Hi everyone, Sonja here, and you're watching Pouring with Sonja. And today I am going to try and paint this 20-inch glass tabletop. I already had to wipe it off and start over twice because of bad pillow paint. So pay attention to the quality of your products before you waste a bunch of your products. That's how I failed forward on that one. So I got some new pillow paint. I use the Sherwin-Williams Color to Go sample quarts, and to that quart, which is 4 cups, I add about a 1/4 cup of the GAC 800 to help with crazing so that it dries more evenly. I have mixed up, I was going to do all like blues and oranges because I think that's a cool color scape, but then I saw someone do a peacock pour and I couldn't help myself. So I have mixed up various shades of pinks and purples, blues and greens, and then I mixed up gold as my cell activator. My cell activator, it feels a little thick to me, but I'm afraid to thin it down too much because I'm going to be stretching a lot probably with this table. So I'm going to leave it as is, but I just thought I'd show you different purples, blues, and greens. I'm probably going to put them down in that order. I was trying to decide what I wanted to do with this one. A pseudo swipe, a swipe and tilt, a swipe and spin. I've never done a swipe and spin, so I thought that's what I'd try. So I just have my thick plastic sheet that I just can reuse and swipe. Got plenty of paper towels handy so I can wipe off the pillow paint in between each swipe, because you don't want that getting mixed in with your colors. When your pillow paint gets mixed in with your colors, that's what causes that dreaded flocculation, which none of us like or want. And just so I could check and make sure that my pillow paint wasn't old, I don't know, I guess I got some pillow paint that had some of my sample stuff. I went to a different store. It was sitting on the shelf instead of pulling it out of the back, and I think it was just old, and I was really upset about it and let them know, but what are you going to do? All right, so I'm going to start by pouring out my pillow paint. And the thing with this, I don't want to skimp on my pillow paint at all. I want to have plenty of room for this to tilt and not overstretch. So I think I'm going to add a little more to that. I had a feeling I might need some more, but because I thought I might need the full quart for this size table. But I wanted to pour it into my cup first so I could make sure there was no clumps or dry patches in it. This looks like it's nice fresh paint, which makes me happy, and so it should work well. I kind of like to get to about 2 inches from the edge on something this big for my pillow. I don't want to skimp on that for sure. And I put it on this little cake spinner. I've just got a little piece of, should be plenty. Just got a little piece of painter's tape holding that in place. I don't anticipate that I'll be spinning it super fast because it's big and heavy, but just in case. Okay, I guess I can't set that in there while I'm painting. And I'm a little tight on space, so I'm moving stuff out of the way as I go. Because this is a big project here. Okay, let's just start. So I've got 10 colors. I mixed up colors with also some color art pigments in them. And that's kind of a prism purple with some of their color art mixed in. That's purple madder with black orchid. This is like a fluorescent pink with snapdragon mixed in. I figure those aren't going to be the primary colors on the Peacock. I'll put them on the bottom though. I want them to show through. Then I got some Payne's Gray with a tiny bit of black mixed in because I wanted a little dark navy. A little bit brighter color blue here. And a teal. Can almost never go wrong with teal. Plenty of paint, jeez. Too much, I'm sure. Okay, now we'll get into the greens. And the bright green. And we'll top it off with my phthalo green. Okay. Colors are down. Just going to move these out of the way a little bit. So I have room to swipe. I'm going to dip and swipe. First, I want to make sure my pillow is kind of pulled all the way over here. Just where I'm going to be getting, and I want the color in front of all of the, I want the pillow in front of all of the color. It doesn't have to be all the way out to the edges because I'm going to be pulling that, but I do want it in front of this area right there. Okay. Good enough. Okay. I don't know. It's pretty big. So I'm pouring my cell activator onto just a plastic sheet. And I'm going to dip this into it. Like so. I think I'll start right in the middle. Lay it down. Pull it out. And wipe it off. I'm going to have to move my little swiper so I can wipe this off a little easier. Okay, sorry that took a little bit. Got to get a good system. Okay, next round of cell activator. Get right here, lay it down, pull it out. Okay. Okay, next round. I wasn't sure if the cell activator is going to be too thick for cells to come up through it or not. Looks like it's working okay though. It's a little hard in this container. But I thought it would be too hard to swipe it and then transfer it and then evenly to the turntable. And since I'm experimenting with a swipe and spin, which I've never done, I want to make it a little bit easier on myself. All right, I'm going to pour out a little more cell activator here. Dip. this down right here and pull. It's definitely a little hard when I get towards the edge. It's messing up my swipe, that's for sure. But that's okay. Live and learn. Okay, let's see how this next one goes. Colors are sure pretty. Might be a little too busy for a table, but we'll see. Oops, I feel like I need to push some of my cell activator back together so I get a nice thick coat of it. Okay. Right here and bolt. Wipe this off again. One more good swipe, I think. Oops, gonna need to put a little bit more down. I was having trouble, it was pulling off my swiping tool. So, okay, right here. Put this down and pull. Okay. I don't even think I'm going to worry about the edges. I'm going to be tilting that off or spinning that off anyways. So I think I'm done swiping. You can see how there was a big, like all of this big stuff was in the middle. But as I let it sit and develop, it kind of filled in and spread that in. So I'm going to let this sit for a minute before I rush to tilt or spin or anything else. Those are pretty colors though. I like those colors. This is the hard part, being patient. But all of this had time to develop, so I need to give that last area time to develop as well. So while I'm doing that, maybe I'll just clean up a little bit. I'm sorry for you guys, but I think it's important that you learn to be patient, you know, with this stuff. Let it develop a little bit before you rush into tilting and stuff. And that's the hard part, right? Like you get this great bloom and then you're like, oh, I'm so excited to tilt it, but it didn't like go all the way up underneath your pillow, and then the center doesn't stretch at the same rate as the rest of your stuff. I'm just pouring some of my cell activator into my container while I'm waiting. But you can see, right, how this is starting to shrink up a little, develop a few cells in there. And if I had rushed into that, I wouldn't have gotten that. I would have a very different result. Okay. I don't know, I'm tempted to just tilt and not spin, but I'm going to try it. Could be a big mistake. We'll see. Hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait. I am sorry for this. You can just zoom right ahead if you want to see the finished result. But I don't want to, I'm so happy with all of this. I don't want to mess up that. I don't think I have much longer to wait because I don't see it doing much else. I've got some cells coming up here in the middle, which makes me think it has absorbed back up underneath there pretty good. See, that didn't all the way disappear. So this might not either. That one pretty much all the way disappeared. This one still got some gold. And this one might just have the most. And I'm okay with that. It doesn't make me angry. So let's try a little spin. I'm not sure. I tried to put it in the middle, but I'm just gonna, I don't want to mess too much with this. Let's see what happened with that. Oh, I feel like I can spin a little bit more here. Because what happened there? I don't know. I might have to tilt that. I'm just not sure. I think I can try one more time, but I don't mind this. I just don't like the white. But I'm mostly happy with this. So I know I can't get all that off, but if I could even just get a little bit more of that off, but I don't want to ruin, like that's beautiful up there. So I don't want to mess that up. So that's why I kind of wanted to try and tilt, but I doubt if I've got enough left now to really tilt. That's that little bit of tape that I had down there. It's really, I don't think I want to do anything with that. I think I just want to leave it. And we'll see how this dries. Yeah, I'm really a little disappointed with that little spot. I didn't see that when I was putting it down, but when I just started to pick it up and tilt it, I noticed the middle. Obviously, when I was spinning, the paint from the outside is what came off first. So there's more paint in the middle, and that was moving faster, which was going to crush all my cells. And so I didn't want that to happen. I wonder if I could just take a tiny bit of gold. Am I going to ruin it? And just swipe it right there a tiny bit. Just to get kind of that. You're probably all screaming at me not to touch it. I do like those colors. They're fun. It isn't really peacocky, but it's definitely jewel toned, and that's just pretty. And it's kind of cool that I've got, I don't know, I didn't plan this, but I've got all of like the purples and blues with a little bit of green over here. And then all the blues and greens with a tiny bit of purple over here. And that's kind of a neat composition. I'm not mad about that. And this is kind of in the center, which I like. So I think I'm just going to leave it. I think I'm better off just leaving it. If you are 80% happy, 70-80% happy with your piece, just leave it. Because by the time you try and fix the, 20% you're not happy with, you might mess up 40%. Right? Yes. I've done that so many times, so I've got to learn when to stop tinkering. I don't even think I want to do any more spins because I really like this up here. All right. That was fun. Let's come down and look at some of these amazing, magnificent cells. I'm sorry this was such a slow, like you had to wait a lot for this, but now let me see if I can move that off a little bit. I've got the sun coming in, so I was trying to offset some of those shadows. But look at some of these beautiful cells. And this does have a lot, oh my gosh, it's pretty. So again, I've got a lot of the blues and greens over here with a little bit of purple. And then over here, I've got a lot of blues and purples with a little bit of green. And so that's just kind of fun. All right, that was my first time with a swipe and spin. And that's a 20-inch glass tabletop. All I've got to do is get a pedestal for it, and I think that will be stunningly beautiful. What do you guys think? Let me know. And until we meet again, have fun painting, everyone. Bye.